Continuing with Newsday's year-long investigative series focusing on Long Island's dangerous roads. Today, we're looking at the deadliest areas on the island for pedestrians and cyclists. Joining me now to talk about it is Newsday Associate Editor Paul LaRocco. So we've compiled this crash data, Paul, from 2019 to 2023, and we found the village of Hempstead is the most dangerous for pedestrians and cyclists. Why is that?
Yeah, our reporters, Ariel Martinez and Nick Spangler, they talked to experts and advocates, and there were a range of factors. I mean, everything from socioeconomic, when there's lower income neighborhoods, walking is a necessity, not a luxury, and also just the way the roads were designed. I mean, going back to the early 20th century, these were planned out as arterial or very wide roads meant to handle a high vehicle capacity, funnel cars through, and there wasn't as much forethought given to the pedestrian.
Right, people feel comfortable going faster through those areas. There were 4 other places we found that had higher rates of crashes as well. Where were those on the island? Yeah,
they ranged. I mean, there was a Copeg, North Amityville area in Suffolk County, North Bellport and Brookhaven for a little further out in Suffolk, and then 2 more in Nassau, Mineola and Hicksville.
So it's a problem across Long Island. Let's take a look at how this issue is impacting families here on the island.
Everybody tells me, my goodness, he had the biggest heart.
It's been nearly 4 years since Gina Varela got the news. Her son, Pierre, had been struck and killed by the bus he was trying to catch in Hempstead.
I was in shock. I didn't even cry. I didn't even do anything. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Newsday has compiled crash data from across Long Island involving pedestrians and cyclists who were seriously injured or killed between 2019 and 2023. These are the top 5 most dangerous neighborhoods. Throughout all of Hempstead Village, there were 86 pedestrians and cyclists killed or seriously injured, the most by far out of any region on the island. In one specific part of the village where Pierre was killed, 24 people were involved in an accident. Areas in Copeg and North Amityville had 16 similar crashes in that time frame, many along Sunrise Highway. There were 14 in the North Bellport, Brookhaven area, as well as in Hicksville and in Mineola.
Every day I see this, every day. Every day I have a flashback.
Hempstead Village Mayor Waylon Hobbs says they're addressing the issue by putting up better signage, limiting left turns, and increasing enforcement.
We have flashing signs now throughout those intersections, letting people know what their speed is.
Experts say part of the problem is the dense population, many of whom don't drive, combined with these busy roadways designed decades ago to allow for higher capacity and higher speeds compared to other villages across Long Island.
And of course, one accident is too many.
Since the 1990s, data shows every year roughly 80 pedestrians and cyclists are killed on our roadways. Gina is asking Long Islanders to keep themselves safe by wearing bright colors and staying vigilant.
As time goes by, I cry more and I remember more, and it hurts the same. It doesn't change.
You just feel for Gina. Let's talk about these findings. How did we compile this crash data?
Yeah, our reporters looked at state traffic data based on census tract, which is essentially neighborhoods, so on a very local micro level, and they counted serious and fatal injury crashes to pedestrians and cyclists over the 5-year period, and ranked them based on the areas or the census tracts that had the most numbers.
And again, we saw this was a problem across Long Island. It wasn't just Nassau or Suffolk. This is in areas across the island. You know, it's hard because there are just so many people here too that add to it. We reported that roughly 82 people are killed on Long Island roadways every single year, and that dates back to the 90s. So what's being done to help prevent this problem?
Yeah, and there hasn't been a decline in that as there have been deaths for people inside vehicles. That we've seen safety factors and other things lower that number. But, I mean, everyone talks about enforcement, that you can put up signs flashing people's speed, you can get more cops out on the road, but sometimes it comes down to there's just, even on the most basic level, doing the work, painting lines, the county, town, village, state, they all control roads and they all kind of sometimes cross over. And we talked, the reporters talked to advocates who said they had a hard time even getting lines painted on the road, improvements because of this kind of multi-jurisdictional tangle.
All right, they mentioned that in the village of Hempstead, that some of the more dangerous roads where we did see a lot of those crashes, there was just kind of this red tape that they couldn't get a lot done. So it's tough. There's so many people. And again, this is something we are seeing year after year. So really kind of just need to take it upon yourself maybe too to keep yourself safe. I mean, when I was walking across the intersection in Hempstead there too, you saw just how busy it was with pedestrians, cars, cyclists. So this is happening across the island, as we mentioned. Our team of researchers created this interactive map that you can check out showing these crash locations across the island. This is from 2022 to 2024. So check that out, look at your neighborhood. You can see that, and you can read more of our Dangerous Roads investigation on our website, newsday.com. You just click that Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Thank you so much, Paul, for your insight on this. We really appreciate it. I'm Macy Eglin. Thanks for watching.